iPhone SE 3 5G price, release date, display and full detail. The iPhone SE 5G 3 has a top bar that you need to remove. For only $399, the iPhone SE 5G 2020 delivers a powerful A13 Bionic chip to a compact body. Despite some weaknesses, the phone has a great overall value. With the iPhone SE 3 5G, we hear that Apple will offer at least two major enhancements by 2022 to 5G connectivity and the same powerful A15 Bionic chip found on the iPhone 13. The new chip may not only succeed in better performance though, improved graphics and longer battery life, and it is one of our most anticipated 2022 calls. Unfortunately, Apple seems to be clinging to the same design in the iPhone SE 3 as the current iPhone SE. However, the iPhone SE 3 could be a lot more expensive than you think due to the addition of 5G and the expected power of what should be one of the cheapest mobile phones. iPhone SE 3 5G price. Don't know much about the price of the iPhone SE 3 at the moment, but we think Apple will still be targeting that $399 price point. The price to performance ratio that makes SE 2020 very attractive to most people, and it would be foolish for Apple to pay for that. Another leak has the iPhone SE 3 priced at 3,499 yuan, which translates to $542. That seems a bit daunting to us, and it is not always easy to change such currencies. According to banking giant JP Morgan, the iPhone SE 3 could replace more than a billion units, thanks to nearly 1.4 billion low-end Android phones and an estimated 300 million adult iPhone model users. That's a big deal, but obviously can be simplified by strong prices and trading value. Samik Chatterjee, a JP Morgan analyst, noted that although Apple's trade in older Android phones compared to older iPhones tended to favor Apple phones, it could result in the iPhone SE 3 having a starting price of between $269 and $399. For a compelling price, the iPhone SE 3 can be sold at exorbitant prices. iPhone SE 3 5G release date. All rumors so far have the iPhone SE 3 intended for the first release of 2022, with general and reliable director Mark Gurman claiming the iPhone SE 3 will be unveiled at Apple's next big event. It could be a virtual show. The event is rumored to be taking place this March or April. So we don't have much time to wait for the next iPhone budget, if these rumors are going to bear fruit. Interestingly, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo says that Apple plans to launch another new iPhone SE model in 2023, and this one will have a bigger display. If you are wondering if hype is right for you, check out our guide on whether to wait for an iPhone SE 3 5G or buy an iPhone SE now. iPhone SE 3 5G name, iPhone SE Plus. According to display analyst Ross Young, Apple will call the iPhone SE 3 the iPhone SE Plus when it launches next year. This may come as a surprise as Apple tends to use the Plus moniker on larger screen devices, and Young believes the iPhone SE Plus will adhere to the 4.7-inch panel. Interestingly, Young says the 5.7 to 6.1-inch iPhone SE 3 will be launched in 2024. iPhone SE 3 5G specs. We don't know much about the iPhone SE 3 specs so far, but a Makoto report says the new iPhone SE will be powered by an A15 Bionic chip. This is the same processor found on the iPhone 13, so the iPhone SE 3 can be a cheaper and faster phone. Another key upgrade given to the iPhone SE 3 is 5G connectivity, which seems absurd to any phone by 2022. Google already has its cheapest 5G phone in Pixel 5a. iPhone SE 3 5G cameras. The iPhone SE 2020 takes beautiful pictures, thanks to Apple's computer graphics, but packs only one lens. We would like to see Apple add the ultra-wide lens for the iPhone SE 3. Apple also needs to give the iPhone SE 3 night mode to better compete with the Pixel 5a. The front camera may also use the upgrade of the iPhone SE 3, as the current selfie shooter holds up to 7 MP. iPhone SE 3 5G design. The iPhone SE 2020 used exactly the same body as the iPhone 8. It was an effective way to save money, even though the design of that phone looks very outdated by today's standards. The bad news is that the iPhone SE 3 can play the same way as the current iPhone SE. That could be a 4.7-inch display, chunky bezels and a visible Touch ID button. Hopefully not, but analyst Ross Young also supports the claim, saying the iPhone SE Plus will have a 4.7-inch display and 5G. According to him, that is the name of the next handset for the iPhone SE, not the iPhone SE 3. The model that goes into production also matches the current design of the iPhone SE, according to reports. Concept renders for the iPhone SE 3 sees it as a redesigned iPhone XR, with a phone that uses Face ID with a display note and drops a home button with Touch ID. iPhone SE 3 5G battery and charging. A notable weakness for the iPhone SE was the battery life. In the Tom's Guide battery life test, the iPhone SE managed 9 hours and 18 minutes, and that was over 4G. Fortunately, the A15 Bionic processor should help the iPhone SE be more efficient, and we're hoping Apple is also able to squeeze in a larger battery. iPhone SE 3 5G name, will it be the SE 3 or the SE Plus?